Ladies and gentlemen, let's officially begin to analyze every single event and activity as they play out in the 10 over 10 mansion. Now, if you all recall from my first launcher video, I had urged you all to take out time, at least in this first few weeks, to get to know the housemate for yourself, experience the housemate for yourself before you rush into declaring your winner for the season already. Yeah, because best believe that that is the best way for you to get the most out of this season. That is the best way for you to really enjoy the experience of this 10th season of Big Brother Naija, right? And as I always do, I have already started, and I took out time to observe, watch, study what was going on in the house yesterday, during and after the live launch show. And I hope you all know that after the live launch show, the show has officially started. Yes, it's not like everybody goes to sleep and we wait for tonight for the guys to be introduced before the show starts in full swings. No, the show has officially begun, right? And last night being the first night of the 10 over 10 season of the Housemate staying in Big Brother's mansion, a lot was going on. A lot was going on. Ha! Ladies and gentlemen, a lot was going on. And also remember that aside the intro video, aside their stage introduction, for these housemates, the first night is usually the first time for them to properly reintroduce themselves to us, the viewers, to properly begin to forge their first impressions, to us, the viewers. They begin to forge the personalities that they want us to see, the perception that they want us to have about them. And last night was quite interesting because there was a lot of energies floating around the house. And at some point, there was a clash of personalities. All of these things I will be sharing on this video, so you totally need to watch to the end. And listen, every time I tell you all, oh, watch to the end so you do not miss out on any part, some of you still go ahead to skip. You will miss. You will miss, because some things I'm going to be telling you all on this video, if you do not catch it during the second live launch show tonight, as the guys are getting introduced to the house, a lot will be happening inside the house with the females, and you just might be confused. So you need to watch this video in details, all right? But anyways, before we get right into all of that, especially welcome to my channel. My name is Bbnaija. This is Frankly Speaking with Bbnaija, and I am the girl with the tea. Over here, we spill the juiciest of the juiciest tea in this community, all right? And what else? Oh, yes. If you have been looking for an opportunity to advertise your business in this community, on this channel, if you've been looking for a way to announce your brand, create awareness of your product or your services, this is the time for you, all right? Make the most of this traffic, make the most of the engagement here. Yes, make the most of every resources that is available to you in this community, to reach your mark, to sell yourself, to sell your brand, to sell your market, to market yourself, all right? So all you need to do is send me an email. This is my email address. Send me an email. Let's have a conversation. I will send you my rates, of course, because it's not going to be for free, right? So we're going to have a conversation to, position you for your market, for your target market, all right? Now, all of that said, let's just dive right into the rest of the video. With regards to the energies that was floating around yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure by now you must have noticed that almost all the females have got big personalities. Almost all of them have got something larger than life going on for them on the outside. And so everybody came into the house last night. I mean, all the females came into the house last night, with something to give. with a point to prove. You know, everybody wants to show themselves. And that was exactly what we were doing last night. So it first started with their introductions, right? As they were getting introduced into the house by Ebuka during the lunch show, you could sense the tension, you know. Some people are already spotting their rivals. Some people are already spotting their competition. And mind you, not everybody is everybody's competition in a way. Sometimes there's always the female rivalry going on here and there. Midday was already spotted checking out all the girls, right? A lot of people were saying that, oh, she had this off attitude. I'm like, nah, she was actually complaining that her dress was really tight. Yes. And one thing I also noticed about Midday is cool, calm, and collected. She's got a very, very chilled and laid back personality, more of an observer, English, more of an observer. And I guess we're going to be seeing her true colors. In fact, all the girls' true colors when the guys get into the mansion tonight. All right. Now, during the introductions, you know, everybody was selling themselves, talking about what they do, and Big So-So was really heavy on all of her achievements, everything that was going on for her. And in a way, it kind of smelled like a threat to some of the females, because you could sense their body language, their facial expressions, as they were shocked that, wow, someone in this tiny body has achieved this much. So what the hell is she doing in Big Brother's house? You could see that big question mark on their faces. But there was also Sabrina, born a princess, bougie lifestyle, demure, very mindful, very sweet, but also in a way kind of domineering. During her own introduction, she did not want to share her age, and it caused a bit of a commotion, like a friendly type of commotion, that got Isabella to give a brief speech about why women should not be ashamed of their age, why women should be proud of their age, should be, you know, able to declare their age freely and not be ashamed to talk about it to people, because it's more like a stigma where women do not want to talk about their age for the fear of being age shamed, you know, and the likes. And Sabrina kind of took offense to that, because for her, who are you to tell me to tell my age? I said I don't want to tell my age. Who are you, right? And there was what's her name now, Fubara, trying to step in. That's a therapist trying to explain that, well, she does not necessarily mean it in the wrong way, you know, just share your age. And so it was almost a bit of a back and forth, but you could sense that as much as on the surface level it was kind of friendly, underneath there was a bit of tension. And so that birthed a bit of a rift already on the first night between Isabella and Sabrina, because both of them did not stop talking about it. Isabella was talking about it with Fubara, who was advising her to steer clear of, you know, Sabrina and her business, you know, not try to tell her what to do and what not to do. And Isabella was like, what's my own? I'm not there, da, 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 da. Sabrina, on the other hand, was talking about it with her fellow UK girlies. And I am referring to, what's that girl's name now? Gigi, Jasmine, the DJ from the UK. They were talking about it. She also spoke about it with Ivata, yeah, the mom of an 18-year-old, the one that's got tattoo all over herself. They were talking about it with their UK accent. And, you know, looking at them having their conversation, I'm already sensing a UK girlies alliance. And if there is a UK guy that comes into the house, there just might be an addition to that clique already, right? But ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned before, everything is looking cool and friendly already, but beneath all of that facade, you can sense the tension already brewing. Now, still speaking of energies in the house, Big So-So, Sabrina, Isabella, in fact, all the girls, they are not the only ones that were throwing around their authority last night. There was also Doris. Doris is the short, stout, very vocal, beautiful, gorgeous woman that said on the stage that if anybody misbehaves, pa-pow! Yeah, she's gonna get a pa-pow! Yeah. So Doris already came up with an idea that tonight, during the second live lunch show, as the guys are getting introduced to the house, the girls should completely ignore them. Like, totally ghost the guys. Treat them like they are invisible. They do not exist. And so there were a lot of questions like, oh, so what happens then? You know, after the lunch show, what happens? Are we going to ignore them till the next day or what? Are we not going to talk to them at all? What happens? And that created a bit of confusion. And so they were deliberating on it, and it was kind of fun listening to the different ways the girls wants to play the guys. And frankly speaking, in a way, I wasn't really excited about it. Why? Because during the Shine Your Eye season, the guys were the first to be introduced into the house, and then the next day, the girls were introduced into the house. And Pere and Saga were the two besties at the time that had suggested the same thing, that they should all ignore the girls when they got into the house. Saga was bragging heavily about how they are going to show the girls shege. But the moment Nini and Maria walked into the house, Saga melted and became the fool for love of the season. In fact, we all saw how that played out. You know, the guys were completely smitten by the ladies. So listening to Doris, I felt like, come on, girl, we've seen this script before. Can't you just think of something new, something fresh, something different? I mean, you're a creative, for God's sakes, you know. So I wasn't particularly impressed, because I just felt like, you want to do a copy and paste already on the first night? Girl, come on, you can do better. But on the flip side, I was kind of excited to see the reverse card, you know, because mind you, during the Shine Your Eye season, it was the guys that did it. So now it's going to be the girls wanting to do it. So I want to really see how it plays out, if it's successful. But there's a chance that it's not going to play out the way they want it to. Why? Because all through that conversation, Sabrina was sitting inside the Danfo bus. She was not interested, and she declined instantly that nah. Because guys, remember, she had already said it right from the stage, right from my intros, that she's a G. She's a guy's girl. She's not really a girl's girl like that, you know, because she does not think the girls would really understand and accept her the way she is, you know. So she's more of a friendlier person to guys. So she's not into the plan at all. And from the way it's looking, it's giving this season, the girlies might be ganging up against Isabella. I'm sorry if I've been saying Sabrina, it's actually Isabella, yeah. And the girlies, it looks like they're going to be ganging up against Isabella, because she looks like the rebel. Yeah, the rebel, the odd one out, that's going to be standing against every plot that they might be coming up with to be against the guys. And Isabella is not in for that, because that wasn't even the only plots that the girls were cooking up last night. Early this morning, they were already cooking up another plan, and this time around it was from Chief Mrs. Big Soso. Big Soso, who already has sort of declared herself Minister of the Kitchen Affairs. She was already coming up with this idea that they need to give the guys chores, right? If they're going to be cooking for the guys, because not all of the guys might probably be able to cook, so they should give the guys chores. If you don't chop onions, you will not eat. If you don't do the dishes, you will not eat. If you don't do this and that, you will not eat. According to her, they are grooming the guys for their girlfriends outside and for their future wifeys and their future families outside. So they are doing the guys a favor. And the girls are loving the idea. However, once again, Isabella is not cut out for all of that bullshit. I mean, she's looking at all of these girls and she's like, my gender, all of you, you're your own. Because me, I'm not part of that plan at all. And you see, ladies and gentlemen, I am loving the way this whole thing is playing out already, because it's going to create some very, very interesting dynamics in the house. Yeah, it's going to create, in fact, the tension is already there. And there's a potential that the female rivalries this time around, it's going to be really, really deep. And I am here for all of it. I cannot wait to see how it all pans out this season. So I'm going to stop talking here right now, all right? Because at the moment, the girls are still bonding, you know, they're still being friendly, they're still bonding, anticipating the introduction of the guys into the house. So fingers crossed, let's wait and see how it all pans out. But in the meantime, I would love to hear your thoughts about all of these plans that these girls have. What do you think about their plan to, you know, ignore the guys when they get into the house? Are you excited for it? Or do you think, just like me, that they could have come up with something different. What are your thoughts? And also, what do you think about Sabrina, or rather Isabella? Jesus, what do you think about Isabella wanting to be the odd one out from all of these plans that the girls are planning? Please go ahead, share your thoughts in the comment section below. I will see you guys on another video soon. Thanks for watching. Have an amazing day.